who in later times will go forth from the sacred territory of the Quraysh. Quraysh are the tribe of the Prophet, the custodians of the Kaaba, according to the way these things are portrayed in strict Arab Islamic history. They have the keys to the Kaaba, as it were. So there will come a prophet. So they predict the coming of Muhammad 2 centuries, a century and a half before, to the Tubas, to this Asad Kamil person. And it shall be his abode and his home. So the Jewish rabbis predict the coming of Muhammad. Therefore the king was worried, and he stopped what he was going to do, thinking that these two had pretty good knowledge, and he was pleased by what they told him. And so he, when he left Medina, what did he do? He converted to Judaism. So he followed their religion. This is in the Muslim sources. This is not a story known to Jewish sources at all. It's all from the Muslims. Do I credit it? Oh, I think there's an element of some reality, because we know the origin of the southern Yemen was Judaism at a certain point. We know that. And that may be also the residue of the southern Yemen's, the Jewish population there. Only DNA tests would be able to tell you that. Anyway, he kept on moving south, turned his face towards Mecca, because that was the way back home to Yemen, southern Arabia. Then some Hudhalites, another tribe of Arabs here, came to him between two of these local places and said, "King, king!" And they tried to seduce him into going and raiding the Kaaba, because they tried to tell him that there's precious treasure there. You following this story here? You know, there's a place on your way. It's full of emeralds and gold, silver, chrysolite, etc. Oh, yeah, he said? Yes, it's the temple in Mecca. And those who belong to it pray there. Now the Hudhalites wished to cause him ill, knowing that destruction awaited him if he violated the precincts of this holy place. So on comprehending what they proposed, he sent the two rabbis who were now with him, traveling with him obviously as his teachers, to ask them what they thought about this. And they told him straight, these people only want your destruction and that of your army. We do not know of any other house on earth that God has chosen for himself except this. So they tell him that the Kaaba is God, the Hebrew God, their God, the shrine of which the Jewish God has considered his place. And that is a very new tradition. Even Jews are not aware of that particular tradition. So this is very interesting as implying who's teaching who what here in this background of the 400s. When you go there then, don't do what they tell you, because you will surely perish if you do, but rather do as the people there do. Make the circle, the circumambulation that we talked about, the going around of the shrine. So it's an old custom way before Islam. Do the circle that the people do, and magnify and honor, and also, as in the Muslim pilgrimage, what we now call the Hajj, which is the Arabic word for pilgrimage. Shave your head. Shave your head. Shave your head after you do the circle. Aren't you familiar with the Muslim Hajj enough to know what the person who goes on the Hajj does after he completes what the ritual requirements there are?
Well, first of all, you have to afford it.
Yeah, but what do they do when it's all done? They shave their heads.
I'm sorry?
They shave their heads.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the point. They do just what these people have done in pre-Islamic times.
I think they do it more than once during the Hajj.
Well, at the end of the Hajj, they shave their head to show they've been on the Hajj. When they go back to their communities, everyone knows they're a Haji by their shaved heads. Now, I don't know about the women. Do the women shave their heads?
No, they just cut about the last
They just cut a piece
inch or 2 inches of their hair.
That's good. Thank you for that. But they shave now. But what I'm trying to illustrate is the custom of shaving the head is connected to this shrine even before the coming of Islam, according to the story. Now, those of you, thanks for helping us. Those of you who know your Christian Jewish Bibles, who shaves their head in Judaism and also then in Christianity as it's portrayed in the book of Acts? Nazarites. So what's a Nazarite? Well, Jesus is portrayed to some extent as a Nazarite. They don't shave their heads, but when they went through certain festivities in the temple, temporary Nazarites, after these festivities were concluded, it's all in the book of Numbers, I think you'll find it, the laws for the Nazarite, and it's further elaborated in the Talmud, the Jewish books about writing later in the rabbinic period. There is a whole book of the Talmud called the Nazarite, on the subject of Nazarites. Not exactly Nazarene, that's another word.